There's so much history and so much to say about this walk. I'm going to put a few links in the description to websites so that you can have a look for yourself. The walk started and will end at a church called Treslothan Church. There are a number of these stiles in the area which would have been much deeper when they were first installed and acted like cattle grids, but you find them quite a lot around churches, and the lanes are called coffin tracks, and it was to enable the ease of transportation of coffins to church. This lane is called Lovers Lane. I'm not going to go that way at the moment. I'm going to go down this way. This part of the woodland is also part of the old Pendaves Estate, and this part has been quite heavily managed in recent years. There's been a lot of trees removed from this part of the woodland, and in other places like this there's still rhododendrons and things, and it's quite a thicket. And we're walking up now to a quoit that's called either the Giant's Quoit or Carwinan Quoit. It's actually now fully in position, but in 1967 and previous to that in the 1800s it actually fell over. In 1967 it was apparently after an earth tremor, or it could have been a farmer that knocked it down, and there's a bit of conjecture about what actually happened. But in a few years back I was involved in an archaeological dig and the re-erection of this particular stone quoit. It dates back to 3000 BC, and in the dig we found many amazing objects, including axes and arrows, all dating back to the Neolithic period. This is some information about the restoration. Again, I'll put lots of links in the description so that you can look at it in more detail. The capstone alone weighed 10 tons, and we didn't lift it back by hand. We used a crane. And that's the map just showing where it is. Here is an old map from 1946 which shows the Pendaves Estate. This is a picture of me doing some drawing for the archaeological dig, and this is a group of us actually excavating. And this is what it looked like when it was completed, before it was covered back up again. And this is the quoit in the distance. Behind it would have been the old Pendaves Estate, which I showed you on the map earlier. This is back on Lovers Lane, going in the other direction now. I'm sort of doing a figure of 8. Most of the trees that were taken down were non-native pine trees. And they've been left in a stack to season, and the advantage of that is that they're covered in fungi. I'm not great on fungi, so I can't tell you what any of these are. It is an area of development for me, and part of the reason for doing these vlogs is so that I can record what I see without having to write it down. This is the advantage of leaving dead wood in the woodland. So this is leaving the woods now, and those houses are all part of a model village that was erected by one of the Pendaves family. Who also built the church. I will put more details in the description, but if there's anything particular that you'd like to know more about, I'll do my best to answer. Please do subscribe so that you don't miss the next instalment.